Tell me one thing. How many times has it happened that you have planned your entire day, made a list of all the tasks you have to do, and completed all those tasks one by one at the exact time you had thought? Now, some of you might answer, sometimes yes, or never. Now, you might be thinking that the reason behind this is lack of motivation, procrastination, or laziness, which is called planning fallacy. Because psychologists say that due to this psychological bias, it is a natural tendency of us humans to overestimate our abilities, i.e., to see our capabilities in an exaggerated way. That's why whenever someone asks us how long it will take to do this work, almost all of us answer overly optimistically. That is, if it realistically takes someone 2 days to do a job, but that person thinks he can do it in 1 day. It takes more time to do the work than we thought. So next time, whenever you are planning something, keep in mind that you should think as realistically and practically as possible. Otherwise, you will get stuck in planning fallacy and you will fail. Or you will make a commitment to people, but you will fail to fulfill that commitment. This psychological fact is such that it will help you make many decisions every day, and it will always be useful for you throughout your life. And we are going to tell you more amazing psychological facts like this that will always be useful in your daily life. But we are giving you a challenge right now. Whether you passed or failed in watching the video till the end with full focus, do let us know by commenting at the end of the video. Number 2, the contrast effect. Imagine there are 2 bowls of water. One has icy cold water, and the other has normal water. Now if you put your right hand in that icy water for 1 minute, and then after 1 minute, if you put both your hands in normal water, your left hand will feel normal, but your right hand will feel as if you have put your hand in hot water. Behind this is a psychological phenomena called contrast effect, which says that an average thing also starts looking good in front of a bad thing, and a fairly expensive thing also starts looking like a normal price in front of a very expensive thing. We will like the person with 57% more than the person with 52%, but if you stand that person with 57% in front of the person with 62%, then the value of that person with 57% will decrease in our eyes. That's why most people think of buying a phone of $10,000-15,000, but because of this contrast effect, they end up buying a phone of $18,000, $20,000, or $25,000 in the end. Use this contrast effect. Number 3. You must never disagree. This psychological trick is something we ourselves use in our daily life in our communication. And according to us, you should also use this powerful trick. If you want people to listen to you and understand your point of view, then never disagree with them. Don't directly tell them that I completely disagree with you. Cognitive neuroscience at University College London and MIT Tali Sherratt published a research where they made pairs of 42 volunteers, 42 people, and asked them to guess the value of a real estate property where their brain was being scanned in real time. Each person was deciding the value of that place according to them, but when both partners together decide its valuation, price, and when they agree with the perspective of the person in front of them, then the cognitive receptivity and openness regions of their brain light up. But when both people disagreed with each other's talk, these regions of their brain would shut down, after which they could never decide the value together. So whether it's your personal life or professional communication, it works as a solution and problem for both. You can estimate the long-term health of any relationship from this fact that every fight either makes that relationship better or worse. If you don't want your relationships to be bad or unintentionally argue or fight with people, then no matter what happens, never start your talk by disagreeing with the person in front of you. This will shut down their brain and they will not be able to hear you and will not want to hear. Then no matter what you do, your conflict will only increase. This psychological trick will be very useful in your daily life. When you don't agree with someone, start your talk by saying this: "Look, you are right in your place, but I feel that whatever you want to say next, say it." Number 4, the story bias. Which of these 2 stories by English novelist E.M. Forster will you remember more? The first one, the king died and the queen also died. Or the second one, the king died and then the queen also died of sorrow. Do let us know by commenting. Option A or B. Now, if you have chosen option B, then you are not alone. We all are part of the story bias. Here, Both deaths do not occur together, but in reality, there is a gap between them where there is a story, the Queen's struggle. That is, story A is a fact report, while story B has a meaning and emotion attached to it. Taking advantage of this, advertising has mastered it. Nowadays, people sell less of the benefits of their products and more of the story behind them. For example, look at author Yuval Noah Harari. He has become the most successful anthropology author of all time by selling 28 million copies of his book Sapiens. However, if you read his book, you will see that he is not discussing any new unique ideas in his book. In fact, he himself has admitted that he did not do any new research for this book. In fact, whatever information was already available, he explained it with masterful storytelling, the result of which was so extraordinary that he had never even dreamed of it. Number 5. Perception is reality. Have you ever noticed that sometimes hours pass in one work and you don't even realize it? Whereas, if you have to wait somewhere outside for 15 minutes, then these 15 minutes seem like many hours or very much. In the physical world, we measure time in hours, minutes, and seconds, whereas in our mental world, time does not work like this. It matters on time management and uncertainty. The more busy you will be in something, the less sense of time will be from your mind. Whereas, the more uncertainty you will have about time, the more time will seem. Understand this with an example. Do you know that companies like Uber and Ola do not reduce your waiting time? The time it used to take to get a taxi earlier, it still takes the same time today. Just that uncertainty has ended as to how much time it will take because it shows you that the car will arrive in 5 or 10 minutes. This makes time pass quickly, whereas when you don't even know how much time it will take, time seems very long. Mirrors are installed in lifts so that people stay busy looking at themselves and do not realize the time. Something is kept in the waiting room for customers to play or read so that they do not feel too long to wait. Using this principle, you can change the value of your time. Number 6. The sunk cost fallacy. You must have often heard about people that someone's business was doing well at one time, but to run that business, they kept taking loans on loans, and later on, they had to shut down that business, and along with it, they also had a lot more debt, because they were hoping that now so much money has been spent, maybe if I spend more money, then my previous loss will be recovered. And because they had invested so much time, hard work, and money in that business, they did not even realize that their business was failing. This is the sunk cost fallacy. We keep incurring more losses to recover a loss, which often proves to be very dangerous for us. You are in a toxic relationship. Your partner hurts you over and over again, and then comes and apologizes. Your friends suggest you to end this relationship, but you say, I have invested so much energy and time in this relationship, now ending it is not a solution. The sunk cost fallacy is most dangerous when you have already invested your time, money, and energy, and the more it is, the more chances there will be of getting stuck in this fallacy. Number 7. The specificity trap. This concept is used a lot in the medical field. If someone has a headache from a migraine, its reason can be anything from a viral infection to a brain tumor. But doctors first treat it like a viral infection because the base rate of viral infection is higher compared to a brain tumor. Whenever you are evaluating something, make sure that you do not get stuck in this specificity trap. If this is simply understood, then many people use this trap to lie. They add very fine detailing to their lies so that people believe their words. But if you remove the detailing from their words, their lie will be clearly visible. If you want to catch such people's lies, then keep asking them more questions and details related to that thing. A point will come when both you and they will realize that their lie has been caught. Number 8. The honeymoon phase is real. It's not just a myth. The so-called honeymoon phase of a relationship does exist. This phase is characterized by intense and often unrealistic positive views of our partners, and it typically lasts about a year. During this time, the brain's reward system is activated, leading to feelings of happiness and pleasure. However, as the relationship matures, these intense feelings tend to decrease, and a deeper, more stable love develops. So if you liked this video, then support this channel to grow by clicking on the like and subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so that you do not miss the upcoming videos. Thank you for watching.